Hello, welcome back to the Chelsea debate. Nice short video today, Josh. We're both going to pick our teams that we want to start for the weekend FA Cup final against Leicester. We know if we start at the beginning, we know Kepa's going to start. Thomas Tuchel's already confirmed that. So, he's in your team. You don't really have a choice on that one. What do you make of that decision?
I'm not very happy about it, if I'm being brutally honest. I know he's been the cup keeper this year, so I understand that and appreciate it. But when there's a chance to win a major honour, I think you have to play your best team that's available, and that should obviously be Mendy. He's been brilliant.
Yeah, it's difficult. Obviously, Kepa came in for Arsenal. We don't really need to talk, dwell on that game. That's sort of gone now. We've got 4 massive games coming up. He brought him in, and he hasn't done too much wrong, Kepa, when he's played, like in the last few games. And he sort of likes that strategy, bringing him in, giving him a reward. So I can, it's not ideal. And if he makes a mistake, it's on the manager's head. He sort of put his neck on the line. So I think we've just got to sort of accept that. And it is what it is. I think I'm with you. I'd probably start Mendy, but, we'll go with it and see what Kepa can do. And I've said this before, maybe it brings his value up a bit if he is doing well in these games. So let's go back three. I'm assuming you're going back three. Nothing too wild. Do you want to give us your 3 centre-backs and then I'll tell you mine and we'll compare them?
Okay, well, I think it's relatively straightforward, provided we get no injury shockers in the next couple of days. Azpilicueta, Silva, Rudiger. Simple.
Do you know what? I agree with you. There's a couple of points to talk about. Christensen may or may not be back, we're hearing. I think it was more. Is it more on the side he won't be? Is that what it is?
From what I've heard, yeah, it'd be a bit of a 50-50, but I don't really want to risk it for a cup final. And for the same reasons that I've just said about Mendy should be in goal, I think, 100% not fit Christian. Yeah. If you're short on options, he goes in, but we're not short on options, so it's a shame for him.
You're leaving Zuma out. You think he's maybe the weaker of the 4 there?
Yeah, he's not done too bad. I know he's played the last couple of games. He's not done too bad, but I just think those 3, they're just absolute rocks, aren't they? So they've got to play for me.
Yeah, I've got exactly the same. Rudiger coming back in massive for us. He really is a brilliant player. Second half of the season, you could put him up potentially player of the season for us up there. Brilliant. Tiago Silva, experience, what you want in a cup final. And as being that centre-back role that he sort of mastered, hasn't he, over the years. We'll go on to wing-backs. Do you want who have you got a wing-back?
Reece James on the right, Ben Chilwell on the left.
Matt, big game. I've actually gone the same. I'm not sure we'll go the same the whole way through, but it sort of picks itself, like you say, that defence. Talk about Ben Chilwell quickly. Massive game in particular against his former club, isn't it? Like it's a big game and it will mean so much to him.
No, it is a big game, but he's professional. His form's been brilliantly both for me defensively and in an attacking sense as well. He really has developed that side of his game, so he gets the nod. So he just got it. This is why he'll have come to Chelsea from the likes of a Leicester, isn't it? Like he's coming for the cup finals, for the trophies. So go out there and earn it.
Yeah, it's interesting because when he came, that's sort of exactly what he said. And then it's ironic the first cup final was against Leicester.
Yeah.
But obviously you picked the strong defence there, same as me. Before we move on, Leicester are going to cause trouble, aren't they? Vardy, Iheanacho, Tielemans can contribute. If Maddison, we need to defend well, don't we? Is what I'm saying.
No, we've got to be tight at the back. With the pace of the, we know exactly what Leicester bring in. Iheanacho has been in absolute serious form, hasn't he? The last couple of months, so we know what we're up against. We've got to be solid at the back, which is another reason why I'm going back to the tried and tested, particularly the 3 in the middle, because they've just been immense the second half of this season. So that's what we need to do.
What I will say as well, a lot of teams have matched us up in terms of the formation. I know it worked for Arsenal, but it's not for other teams. But Leicester play that formation. So their wing-backs against our wing-backs, I think, is going to be crucial. I don't know who's going to play. It could be Pereira coming in against Chilwell, and then you could have Castagna maybe, or Thomas. It'll be interesting. If we're going to the midfield 2, who have you gone with? Because we will say Kante should be back, is what we're hearing. There's obviously a press conference tomorrow, but he should be back. Is he going straight into your team? And if so, who next to?
He is, yeah. I mean, slightly contradictory as to what I've just said about Christensen, but for me, Kante's been so vital the last couple of months. We need him in there. We need everything about him is exactly what we need for this game. He needs to come in and do his job. So fingers crossed he'll be fit and he'll stand up and be counted. Next to him, maybe controversial. I've gone Billy Gilmore. I know there's obviously I know there's the calls for Jorginho, and he's had some good games for us. But last night really wasn't a good game for him at all. I think that's going to knock his confidence going into a cup final. And since Billy Gilmore's been getting a few minutes recently, a couple of starts, I've liked what he's done. He's shown exactly what he can do and where he's developing. And I think reward him with a place in the cup final. You look back through history, you get a surprise inclusion in a team in a cup final, and they perform, don't they? And I think it's a brilliant opportunity for him to go in there and really further make a name for himself.
It's a massive call. I'll let you talk about that in a second. With regards to Kante, Christensen it was a bit clearer. He was definitely out. I think Kante was more, he didn't want to take the risk against Arsenal. So I think he will be fine. He'll be fit. And of course, he's in my 11 as well. And I say this, if he plays well in any game, I feel confident we can win. Be interested to see how he compares with Ndidi as well. There's a lot of similarities with the teams, actually. But if Kante plays well, we've got an extra man in that midfield. I have got Jorginho in my team. Kovacic isn't going to be back fully fit anyway, even if he's sort of there within the squad. I've gone Jorginho on the basis that he has been one of our best players under Tuchel. I don't think many could argue that. It's a cup final, experience. I want him in there. Yeah, okay, he made the mistake, but we've got that lovely balance of experience and sort of youthfulness when he plays, and I like that in the team. And I think he can recover from the mistake. It's quite interesting you put Gilmore in there, and I don't think he's done much wrong. Like you say,
nothing wrong.
He came off at half time, didn't he? Through no fault of his own, really. I think the manager just wanted to get an extra body on, really, because he's pulled Mount back and that. So it's interesting. If you I don't know, put in the comments if you agree or disagree. I'm not sure he'll go that way, but I like your confidence in him, and he's a really special talent, isn't he? And it's good to see him getting minutes, because we're all a bit concerned if he was going to play like a few months back. Yeah,
no, he needs the minutes. I do think he's getting to a little point in his career now where he needs to be playing, and if he doesn't start getting to play at Chelsea, I don't know, maybe he'll start to look elsewhere, which is, we don't want to be doing that. We don't want to be letting young talents such as himself go. So we've got to start trusting him. We've got to start integrating him into a first 11 on a more permanent basis. The one thing I would say is, if he obviously does go for Jorginho over Billy, you would assume then that Gilmore will come back in for the Leicester game in the league a couple of days afterwards, wouldn't you? There's minutes for him before the end of the season, is what I'm trying to say. No, I would pick him for this game.
I love your confidence. That's a good point. Let's move on then to the front three, and I think this is the really interesting part of the team selection. So who have you gone for?
So I think I did mention it in last night's video reacting to the Arsenal game. Obviously Mount, first name on the team sheet, I think, for probably most Chelsea fans. In the middle, Werner. I fancy him. And then I'm keeping Pulisic in there. I know that people will be talking about Ziyech, talking about Havertz, but I know actually I'm in a safe room, because you're not going to argue with me on Pulisic. But I just think with the energy that he's brought and his form in recent months, I'm not comfortable leaving him out at all. He's just been brilliant.
Okay, before I tell you my striker, I can say that I have got Mount and I have got Pulisic, as you mentioned there. Didn't quite come off for. I think Mount, we know he's going to start, and that's not much to say about him. We go on about him every week, so we'll give him a free pass this week. He's got to play, and he could be a match winner. We know that. I've gone with Pulisic. I know it didn't quite happen for him against Arsenal, but he has, for me, recaptured that form that we saw at the back end of last season. And it could be tough against Leicester. We're going to need a bit of magic in there. As I've said, if we haven't got Kovacic for that bit of magic, Pulisic is a player that can provide it. And I think he'll relish the opportunity. I would start him. I'm not sure if he will, but that's who I'd go with. And then up front, I've gone Timo as well. I've put Timo back in. And look, he didn't play, did he? Didn't start against Arsenal. And I think that sort of was an indication that the manager had an eye on.
He couldn't start, yeah.
It was really close when I was I thought maybe you could play Werner and Havertz. You could pull Pulisic out. I won't be that surprised if that happens, as there are options there. But I've gone Werner. We know that his finishing isn't there, but he creates chances. And I think if the Leicester defence see Werner starting, that would just put someone in their mind, wouldn't it, that it's going to be a tough game. Do you agree?
Couldn't agree more. That's exactly why he's in there for me. I know that, I mean, there's talk about his clinical side. There's talk about, obviously, what we've said about his offside rule understanding.
Yeah.
But his overall energy and everything, whatever happens, he's going to cause problems for the opposition. And, Pete, there's been a lot made about his form this year. And I still think it's not that bad at all, to be honest. Double figures for assists and goals. But I can't say I've watched a game, or certainly not one that stands out in the memory, where he's not at least caused problems. Whereas other options that we've got, we've said it about Ziyech before. We've said obviously it can happen with Giroud as well. Sometimes they get lost in games. And in a cup final, you can't afford anybody to get lost, can you? So that's why he's in there for me. And I would just love him to get a couple of goals that win us a cup, so as he can sort of silence some of the hate that he gets.
It would be brilliant for his confidence, and he's got the ability. I just we'll wrap the video up in a second. I just want to say, sort of, 1 week I'm thinking Havertz has to start in that number 9. 1 week I'm saying now for a cup final I'll start Werner. Also, we've not really mentioned Ziyech. He, when he comes on, he's dangerous. We haven't really got anyone that can cross a ball as well as him, although Reece James might disagree with that. But there are options there, and if it's not working, I want the change done quick. I don't want to have to wait and get it done if it's not working. Let's see sort of how it pans out, because we lost to Leicester, I'm pretty sure, didn't we? Earlier in the season, I'm pretty sure, and it's going to be a tough game. So the options are there. We'll see how it pans out. I actually think he will start the team I've selected. The only difference, we've gone with Jorginho and Gilmore, but we'll see on that one. So do you want to wrap it with a score prediction?
11-0. No, I wish. Yeah, no, I wish. I think it'll be a tight game. I think the full-backs battle both sides is potentially where it could be won and lost. Same with Ndidi and Kante, as you sort of alluded to. I think 2-1 Chelsea. I'll go.
I genuinely was going to go 2-1, but I was going to go extra time, basically. I think it's going to go...
Well, I hope not. I can't cope with that, mate. There's been too many stressful moments this season. Yeah. And with the Champions League coming up as well, it's too much.
Well, I think it's going to be a stressful one, and we'll see how we get on. I would just say, I think we're wearing our new kit, which was released today. What do you think of it? Do you like it?
Like the new kit. I think it's a grower. This morning I thought it's not too bad. And then sort of as the day's gone on, put it on Instagram and someone had just commented, so I've had another look at it. And I really like it, to be fair. It's different.
I think it looks better on a player. I don't think it'll suit me, but we'll see about the other kits we have.
You could wear anything, mate.
Okay, we'll see. But yeah, we'll wrap the video up there. Thanks for all the support. We're trying to get more videos out for you, daily if we can, and there's the content there. Like and subscribe if you're new. Follow us on Twitter at Chelsea_debate and on Instagram, _Chelsea_debate. But yeah, we'll be watching at the weekend, and good luck to the boys, basically. So we'll wrap it up there. See you later, lads.
Cheers.